So in your senior year, as you came toward the end of your career as a student athlete, what is something that you wish you would have known going into that period after?
Man, um, nothing is gonna go how you plan ever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I walked in to run track, and I was just expecting to do practices that I was like doing in high school. You know what I mean? And so, it was very different. And at one point, like, there were a couple years where I was overtraining and running like 30 to 40 miles a week, and I'm like, what is this? Like,
Yep.
I've never even done a workout on the track that's longer than doing 200 repeats in high school. Here I am doing 800 repeats, and I'm like, or running 5 miles a day. I'm like, what is this? And so I wish that's something that I knew, is that I was just so comfortable that everything was going to be the same, and it wasn't going to be like at all. And there were weights involved. I think I lifted weights maybe like 2 or not even 3 years in high school. One, because of like rehabbing a ton, and two, because like in my high school specifically, they don't teach you that stuff. They don't teach you
Right.
technique. They don't teach you form, anything like that. And that's something
Right.
that you learn when you get like into college and you have people that teach you those things. And so I would say one of the things that I wish I would have known is to and frame my mind, instead of framing my mind to be like, this is how I think everything's gonna go, and expect, just like throw all of that out of the window and just be like, I have no idea what's gonna happen whatsoever, and I know I'm gonna be uncomfortable doing it. And so, like the common saying, like be comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, I wish I
Yep.
really would have like had that mindset going into it, because I thought, since I knew Cash Dollar really well, we went to the same high school, all of this stuff, like it wasn't really going to be that bad. Or they'd send us packets like freshman year, the summer before we got on campus, to condition and stuff. Like, did I do some of them? Yes. Did I do all of them? No. Should I have been more serious? Probably. Because when we got on campus, like, instantly day one, 200 repeats, like 12 of them. I'm like, there's no freaking chance. Hill repeats, like we'd go out and run hills on the golf course, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I never expected it. And so I really wish that, to answer your question, I really wish I would have spent less time predicting what was going to happen, because you can't predict what's going to happen in the future, like uncertainties everywhere. But I was trying to control aspects instead of just like influence them, and frame my mind to really just be okay with that. Hey, this is going to feel weird, it's going to be uncomfortable, but like, let's embrace that, accept it, because you know what, I'm not the only freshman on the team. Like, there's more people just like me, and they're going through the same stuff too. And I don't even know them yet. So
Right.
I think that was one thing that I really wish I would have spent more time, was just my mindset. And obviously, when you're 18, you don't think about stuff like that, like, ever. But I wish that was one of the things that I knew before going in and running track at Manchester, and, just being a student athlete there, that I thought I had it all figured out, when I definitely wasn't. And even if I tried, I still wasn't going to be able to.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the things that, I took away, and I would definitely tell somebody else, is just like, it's going to be weird. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be hard. But just get your mindset like ready for that.
Yeah. No, without a doubt. When we were 18 years old, we thought we knew everything there was to know about the world. And we were right about
Yep.
everything. And then as soon as you get away from home and realize that you don't, then it can be kind of scary. But if you take the right
Right. I agree.
approach and the right mindset, like you said, you realize there's a
Yeah.
lot you can learn and you should learn and continue to develop. And I tell people, kind of as we get older, your 20s are a very exciting time because there's so much that you can do and build for yourself in terms of a life that you want to live and going into the future. But it's also kind of terrifying because there is a lot of unknowns and a lot of uncertainties.
Hmm.
So I think, like you said, the approach of knowing that there's going to be a lot of things you can't control is good to help develop a mindset of adaptability so you can put yourself in the best position to succeed.